Welcome back here to the Mountain Morning Show. I got a familiar face with me here, Brendan O'Leary.
Hello, everybody.
City Television Reports reporter, as well as Shane Richins. You're with Scales and Tails.
Yes, sir.
And you are passionate, obviously, about some reptiles as well as some amphibians, as
yes,
well
sir.
as many other things.
Today. No amphibians today, just reptiles.
Just reptiles today.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What got you into that?
I got excited about science and learning when I was in high school, and I wasn't the best student. And then I learned about the Komodo dragon. I thought, wow, the world's fantastic out there. Why am I wishing I lived in some fantasy world when I could go explore the real world? And that got me excited about science learning. Now I can use that as a catalyst to get other kids excited about learning. So if somebody thinks that learning is just a dry, boring day in a classroom, then we can get them pumped up so that they're excited to go and learn from their teachers.
That's not the case at all, right? I think it's so awesome. I mean, you learn biology for years while you're in school, but I think you don't really find out until later on in life that the biologists have the coolest job in the world. They're out in the field doing all of the cool work there. So really awesome stuff. So with Scales and Tails, your whole mission is to kind of spread that love for science and spread that love for animals to the next generation then.
Oh, absolutely. If somebody learns a fact from our show, that's fantastic. And then short term, that's what people look for. They want to say the kid learned something right now. But our real goal, our underlying goal, is to get kids inspired for learning conservation, because we're emotional creatures. And if you've got an emotional connection to these animals, then you'll want to conserve and protect them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're here to save the planet then.
I'm just here to do anything, save the planet, but I think saving the planet is best attained through an understanding of nature, because that's the best path.
I think you're totally right. Yeah, I completely agree. So what do we have with us today? You brought on a ton of creatures with us, and I'm excited and kind of a little bit nervous at the same time.
Well, this one hardly ever kills anyone. Who wants to hold that one?
That's what they want you to
this
think.
This guy's the scariest out of them all.
This is Flapjack. She's a pancake tortoise. They come from Africa, and we call them pancake tortoises because they taste really good with butter and syrup. And you can tell this has got a squishy shell now with a lot of.
Yeah, that's kind of weirding me out. The top is hard, but the bottom.
And that's
like, wow. Yeah, you're totally right.
With a lot
of some goosh.
Yeah, with a lot of turtles or tortoises, that might mean they have a disease where it's affecting the shell. But these guys are supposed to have a squishy shell. It helps them get over bumps and the rocks. These guys live more of a rock climbing lifestyle, like a lizard with a tortoise shell.
So they need kind of that flexibility.
Yeah,
then.
And he's also flat, or she's flat, so she can.
Yeah, please.
She's not tall like an SUV, so she's not going to roll like an SUV when she's climbing up on the rocks.
Side airbags.
Yeah.
Side deploy passenger airbags.
Now these actually, some of the things we bring out, we didn't bring any permitted stuff today, but some of the things we might bring out to somebody's show, a birthday party, or a big display will require permits. This one does not. And none of the things I brought today require permits, but that doesn't mean run out and grab something. It means go learn about them first, because while these guys do make great pets, if you don't understand what to do, you can risk the pet's health.
The pet's health, absolutely.
Yeah, these guys bask out in the sunshine in the wild, and if you bring them indoors, they don't get access to the vitamin D they get from the sun, and a lot of reptiles are prone to metabolic bone disease, and that's what happens a lot with some animals. It's easy to overcome that, but you need to know what to do, and so there's some another reason to inspire people to get excited about learning. If you're ready to get a pet, just make sure you do it right.
Do it the right way,
yeah,
for sure.
Pick the right one. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's going to be a good pet for you.
And this pancake tortoise is native to Africa, you said?
Yeah, and these guys are good because they're not too big. That's the full size.
This is really cool.
Yeah, hardly ever escapes. Every bit as fast as a Cheeto.
Yeah. All right, so what do we have next?
All right, let's go. I'll take this guy here, this girl.
Soft
it was kind of an interesting, you get a little worried almost when you feel like the shell is soft.
When you think of a turtle, you think of something dense. Yeah. And when it gives, it's like something is wrong with this.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, this is Ricky, a black and white Argentine Tegu.
Ricky.
Yeah, she's very friendly. She leads with her tongue. You can hold her if you want. Now, she has an unpleasant bite, so don't go poking around her face. She's probably not going to do anything. Ah! Just kidding.
See, you really scared me. I literally jumped. That was great.
But if she ever had a bad day, I'd rather be on me. I'm more expendable than you are. You know, if I get bitten, it's my job.
This
but if
is
you
so
get bitten,
interesting.
It's my job. Now, she's sticking her tongue out to smell. We all know that. But what she's actually doing is collecting smells. She's waving it around in the air, getting smells stuck to her tongue, pulling it into her mouth and sticking it into the roof of her mouth.
Wow.
Into something called the Jacobson's organ. That smells what her tongue smells like. I can't do that. I don't have a Jacobson's organ. So the closest I can get is if I wanted to smell the pizza, I could lick the pizza and try to stick my tongue up my nose and smell it that way. But
so that's in essence what they're doing, though.
Kind of, yeah. I've got a short tongue. I can't reach my nose. But,
so where can these be found in nature?
They have a pretty big range. Argentina and black and white Tegu. All through Central and South America, there are different Tegus. This one's Argentina. But yeah, it would be awesome to be able to taste smells if somebody brought a pizza over.
tail.
Less awesome
Beautiful
than
creature,
successful
though.
near the porta potties.
Look at
The
him.
markings are just amazing. It's so cool.
And these guys are, well, one, they're an omnivore.
I'm okay.
Looks like just a meat eater, but it's actually an omnivore. It eats both meat and plants. Is it okay? I'll take it over. She's getting kind of wiggly there. And these are the only reptiles we know so far that are actually warm-blooded some of the time.
Oh, wow, okay.
The researchers
That's
found that
interesting.
their dens where they were brumating, which is the reptile equivalent of hibernating, were warmer than they were supposed to be, and they thought people were going to laugh at us. So they actually held off on the research to make sure and double check. And turns out not normally, just when they're brumating, which is, again, the reptile equivalent of hibernating, just during that time, their body temperature actually comes up a little bit. So
Oh,
they
wow.
are warm-blooded during some of the time.
Interesting.
I know, fantastic
Very
animals.
interesting. Wow, super cool. All right.
You want to see something else?
Yes, we'd love to see as much as we can.
All
Yeah.
right, no problem. Well, I want to make sure we got enough time, and so just there we go. If I'm going too slow, you let me know.
Wow,
Going too fast, you let me know.
Claws were not as sharp.
Because I can talk for all that
Looks-
time about
yeah,
one
they
animal.
That looked pretty vicious, honestly.
There's a name like Mikey. It's like my grandma is named Mikey. That's her nickname, and it was like.
Okay,
I'm
now
not
we got
intimidated.
the full. Is this the Burmese python?
Nope, this is Wilson the ball python.
Ball python,
she's a girl.
okay.
I know Wilson's kind of a boy's name, but she's a ball python. We watched Tom Hanks
Very
movies.
ball shaped.
Yeah, who wants to hold this one?
Brendan, go ahead,
All right.
man.
Now, when they're scared, they curl up into a ball with their head in the middle to protect their head. They come from Africa, and the story is that some royalty would wear them as jewelry because this is how mellow they are. So they're also called royal pythons. These actually make good pets. I'm not saying go out and get a pet. I'm just saying
Okay.
be smart about it if you do, because that's full size. Okay.
This is full size.
This is our biggest ball python we
Okay.
have, and this one we've had for years and years. It's full on
he's
adult.
lovely.
So
Yeah.
do they grow to the
Enclosure? No,
the
that's
enclosure.
a myth. No,
That's a myth. That is a
yeah,
myth.
that is
Okay.
a myth. The things that determine size are genetics, how much food they've gotten, and how much time they've had to grow.
Okay.
But this one is
full grown.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
full grown. So it's not too big. Its bite's not too bad thanks to selective breeding. These come in designer colors. This is the
Wow.
wild color. Okay. But this isn't big enough to kill a person, even though it's a python. The only way this could
Well, that's
choke.
a relief. I
Yeah.
wish you told me that.
The only way this could choke you to death is if you tried to swallow a whole without chewing.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck doing that. Yeah. So this is really interesting. So ball python here as well. So that's really great.
Yeah, and so yeah, these guys, not going to get too big. It takes quite a snake to actually kill a person because humans are big, scary primates, and so these guys just not there. Even a boa constrictor isn't considered big enough. There's one death from a boa constrictor, but it was a magic trick. The guy he could have pulled it off at any time. His buddies could have pulled it off at any time. So if you choose not to be killed by it, then
So I
that's
think
what we count
the
as.
message here really is there's a lot of misconceptions regarding these animals, and I think that there's a lot of, I guess, a lot of fear that's misplaced, I think you could say, with these animals. And I think a lot of it comes from a misunderstanding or not the lack of knowledge, which is where Scales and Tails comes in.
Yes, sir.
You're trying to educate.
Absolutely.
So we have about time for one more.
Okay. Let's pull three out at a time then.
Adorable animal.
Yeah. Most snakes do kill by hugging, so being afraid of a snake is like being afraid of a Care Bear.
Yeah, he's making this seem like it's just so simple, but it's a little bit frightening. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't be
Just a
afraid.
little bit, just a little bit. Brendan's like, yeah, you're the one you're looking at.
All right, so this is a baby Burmese python. Who wants to hold this one? This is the one that
I think I can handle the baby
this one
Burmese
isn't
python.
time tested. So this is the one that's most likely to bite out of anything I brought. Don't drop her.
Okay.
All right. So that's a baby. Here's a male.
Is there a bigger one? All right. I guess you got out of holding the bigger one.
Okay.
This is a male. Okay, don't step on his tail. Oh, you're tall enough. You're going to be okay.
Well,
But that's a full-grown male. That's actually, we got him when he was smaller than that baby is, and we've had him for more than 10 years.
Wow.
He's as big as he gets. And then this is a female. Now, females are much bigger than the males.
holy, oh my gosh. Okay,
Okay. This is Nymira. And as you can see, and she's much younger than him. So females get much bigger than the males. Okay?
I'm a little freaked right now. I'm not gonna lie, Shane. I'm not gonna lie.
So this is another one of those legal to have, although every city is different, so in some cities it is different. But jumping into this, you may want some training before you jump into this, because while these guys, the death rate is very, very low, they have killed people in the past.
Wow.
But in the last 30 years, millions of giant snakes like this kept, there have only been 17 deaths.
Wow. Okay,
So it's still really low.
Where can people go to find out more information, or even maybe book you for their next party or something?
ScalesandTailsUtah.com. That'll take you there. Don't forget the Utah. Go to a New York company. You can call us at 801-577-7182. We're on social media like Facebook and Instagram, all that fun stuff. So
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for bringing these animals.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for the education. I know for sure if you had asked me to do this about a week ago, I probably would have said no. I'm a little bit more comfortable now. I'm not going to lie.
fantastic.
So this is good.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is good. Thanks, Brendan. Much appreciated. All right, we'll be right back with much more right here on the Mountain Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. Scales and Tails Utah. Get them at your next party.